This is KCBD News Channel 11 at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shaley Sanders. We are tracking breaking news this afternoon. A Lubbock judge sentenced Joshua Jackson to 25 years behind bars after he was found guilty of marijuana possession. Jackson was stopped by police with multiple duffel bags containing 164 pounds of marijuana last year. This came after officials received a tip that he would be bringing a large amount of marijuana into the county. A late-night shooting has killed one San Diego police officer and left another wounded. The officers were conducting a traffic stop when the shooting occurred. When backup officers arrived on the scene, they found both officers with gunshot wounds. They rushed one officer to the hospital in the back of a patrol car, but doctors were unable to save him. The second officer was taken to another hospital and is in surgery. Police immediately flooded the area with helicopters, SWAT vehicles, and patrol cars to look for other people who may be involved.
I never experienced anything like this where it feels like it's almost like the military just kind of rolled up. The way the police just kind of swarmed the street, which, you know, I feel safe knowing that, you know, the cops showed up that fast, but it's a little, I feel a little uneasy.
The search continues for other possible suspects. Lubbock police have now identified the victim in a deadly accident at Gandy's Dairies in Lubbock overnight. 56-year-old Myron Roberts died when he was accidentally run over by his truck around 1 o'clock this morning. Police say Roberts was standing at the rear of his truck when the truck and trailer began moving backwards and pinned him against a block wall. Other employees pulled him free and began CPR, but Roberts was pronounced dead at the scene. 6 current and former Michigan State employees are now charged in the Flint water crisis. 3 employees are from the Department of Health and Human Services, while the others are from the Department of Environmental Quality. Charges range from willful neglect of duty to conspiracy over allegations they withheld information from the public about lead contamination in the city's water supply. Some residents also believe that Michigan Governor Rick Snyder should be held accountable, but he denies any wrongdoing. Back here on the South Plains, it looks like we have another hot weekend ahead of us. Steve joins us from the First Alert Forecast Center with details. And Steve, a hot weekend, but we are not expected to actually reach the triple digits, right?
Correct.
Okay, thanks so much, Steve. The conventions are over, and now the real work begins for Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Both hit the campaign trail today. Diane Gallagher is in Washington with highlights from the final night of the DNC. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says he was being sarcastic when he made comments on Russian hackers when they were talking about Clinton's deleted emails during a campaign stop in Iowa.
She was a liar. She was accused of being a liar, negligent. She was negligent. And then they asked me one question, and I obviously was being sarcastic. In fact, the people in the room were laughing. They found it very funny. Everybody knew that.
We have a sweet story for you today. A lost stuffed animal is back at home with its owner thanks to a Cleveland area police officer who found it by the side of the road. The officer discovered the plush puppy on a bridge yesterday afternoon. She figured since it wasn't wet or dirty, it hadn't been there for very long. The stuffed animal joined her on patrol until his owner was found later in the day.
I just want to get him back where he belongs. He's probably some child's little friend, and he needs to go home, but in the meantime, I'll take care of him here.
The officer joked that if the owner did not come forward, her new furry friend would have been sworn in as a new assistant canine officer. Blood donations in South Florida are halted despite a critical shortage.
And as we head into the weekend, a few showers headed our way. I'll update you on weekend rain chances.
Plus, how you can enjoy great deals on a favorite American food today. We have a consumer alert for you. Combi USA is recalling more than 39,000 car seats because they can transmit too much force to a child's chest in a crash. Government documents say the problem happens when seats are installed in a forward-facing position. There are no reports of any injuries. The company will notify owners and send a cover to reduce the force on children's chests. A burn hazard has now prompted the recall of a Marvel-themed oven mitt. The Thanos Infinity Gauntlet oven mitts lack thermal protection, posing a burn hazard. Loot Crate, which sells the oven mitts, say they have received nearly 250 reports of burn injuries. Consumers should stop using the product and contact Loot Crate for a replacement. Researchers from MIT say they have created a portable device that would manufacture small amounts of medications. Experts believe this sort of mechanism would be helpful on the battlefield or for doctors working in remote or developing parts of the world. The device provides a single dose of treatment in a short amount of time that contains a small droplet of cells in a liquid. It then produces a human growth hormone which aids in wound healing. Researchers say the miniature drug-making tool could provide therapies such as vaccines and treatments for conditions like diabetes or cancer. The Red Cross says it is facing a critical nationwide blood shortage. But in 2 Florida counties, blood donations are not being accepted because of concerns about the Zika virus. 4 new cases have been reported. And as NBC's Carrie Sanders explains, health officials are worried the source is not from outside the country. While Zika may be in the mosquito population in South Florida, blood donation centers work under an umbrella called One Blood. Testing will begin across the state of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina out of caution. The World Health Organization says the risk of Zika infection in Brazil is low and manageable ahead of the Rio Olympics that begin next week. WHO officials say visitors should take appropriate measures, including using mosquito repellent, wearing protective clothing, and practicing safe sex. As many as 500,000 people are expected to travel to Brazil for the games, with many of them from the U.S. And don't forget to watch the Zika virus, a HealthWise special with Karen McKay this Saturday night, tomorrow at 7 o'clock. This program will include an in-depth look at the latest research, prevention, and the local impact of Zika right here in West Texas. Make sure you tune in or set your DVR for tomorrow, Saturday at 7 o'clock. An ophthalmologist shares why having the right sunglasses is crucial to protecting your eyes. Haley Hernandez reports on what to look for when buying a new pair of shades. It is also helpful to have big sunglasses to protect the skin around your eyes. Doctors say there are small skin cancers that can show up on delicate skin. Well, if you are a chicken wing fan, this is your day to celebrate. Today is National Chicken Wing Day. Whether you like your wings mild or hot, restaurants are offering deals to mark the occasion. Customers can get all-you-can-eat wings today until 4 at Hooters, while Buffalo Wild Wings is offering half off to those who dine in.
This is the First Alert Forecast with Steve Devine.
Okay, thanks so much, Steve. A beach party that is also raising money for foster care coming up in New Notebook. Welcome back. I'm here with Connie Sim with Foster Alive, and you guys have a big party coming up, and it all goes to a great cause, all the money raised, right?
Absolutely. We've got the 11th annual Hub City Beach Party. It comes up on Saturday, August the 6th. And all the money's raised. We help grant wishes to kiddos that are in the foster care system.
So what time does this all start? And you guys have a good band playing too.
We do. It starts again on the 6th. The doors open at 5. The Land Sharks, a Jimmy Buffett tribute band, they start playing about 7:30. And this year they're doing something a little different. They're bringing a steel drum with them. Oh. And then J.C. Mitchell, who played for like 13 years with the Jimmy Buffett Band, he's going to be coming with them and playing his saxophone.
Oh, incredible. That'll be so much fun.
Yes, it is.
So tell people where they can get tickets, because they're available right now.
They are. You can get tickets at Select a Seat or the Foster Alive office.
And they're $20? They're
$20 now, and then you will be able to purchase them at the door, and they're $25 at the door the night of the event.
So again, August 6th. And before, during the commercial break, we were talking about how important this money is, and it pays for those little extras that sometimes the kids just really need.
Oh, absolutely. Let's say there's a little child that wants to play intramural basketball. Well, those extra needs aren't there through the foster care system. So when that's brought to the board and such, we vote and we pay those fees. There's just been so many neat things that we've been able to help kids with. And not only do we do that in Lubbock, but there's 18 surrounding communities, including Lubbock, that we do that for.
That's incredible. So the money raised will go back to kids right here in our community.
Absolutely. 100% of the money's raised goes back. It's all volunteer.
Great. We'll have all this information available for you on our website, kcbd.com. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Check out this video from the 2016 World Military Parachuting Championship outside of Moscow. The championship concluded with a jump of friendship where 15 of the participant parachutists held hands in a ring in the air and a jump from more than 13,000 feet. This was the 40th World Military Parachuting Championships. The 41st will be held next year in Germany. So I think we should just get all of our friends together and do the same thing, Steve.
Would you jump out of an airplane?
No, I would not. So that's not going to work out.
It looks like fun, but if the airplane is working...
You could tell us what the weather was like from way up there. That'd be cool.
Well, let's take a look. Temperatures still way up there. We're looking at highs in the mid and upper 90s in this forecast. Not quite 100 here in Lubbock, but again, some spotty storms already over the northern viewing area, working to the south right now.
All right. Thanks so much, Steve, and thank you for joining us. That is all of our time. Have a wonderful afternoon.